Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome to my Wetlands Animal Pack DLC kind of overview, I guess, if you will. I know I'm a bit late with this coming out. You've probably already seen lots of videos on it, but I always like to do these, and even though I didn't get a chance to get this out on the day the pack came out, I still wanted to record it. So here we are. We're checking out the one of the new animals. This is the platypus, and this guy is just he's just relaxing right now. He's just kind of chilling. Maybe his friend, who's a lot more active right there, maybe we'll go check him out. Yeah, so these guys are obviously super cool looking, and another one of the animals that makes use of the swimming mechanic that we got with the aquatic pack. But yeah, you can just see, like, man, the animal models I feel like just keep getting better and better with every single DLC that comes out. You can also see one of the new enrichment items there, the submarine buoy. The animals like to they just kind of swim into it and bop it around a little bit, and it's kind of fun actually. And then you can also see one of the new flat feeders right there. That's the fish one. There's also a flat plant feeder. But yeah, these guys are super cool. I love the, man, like, look at their flippers. Flippers are so cool. There's also, as part of the free update, there's these new small burrows, which you remember we got the larger ones in the last DLC, and it's exactly the same. It's just smaller, and the platypus can use it. The meerkats and the prairie dogs can also use it. So super cool, fun little addition. That's part of the free update. Like I said, you don't need the Wetlands Animal Pack to get the burrows. Moving on now to the Nile, and I'm not quite sure how to say it. Lechwe? I'm probably totally butchering that. We were joking on stream. We were calling it tres leche, like the cake. So these are the Nile tres leche. But yeah, these guys are also another really cool animal. I love those horns, like the ridges on them, and just they're fantastic. They're amazing. Love these guys. And then of course here we have the wild water buffalo, I should say. And love these guys. They moo an awful lot. They're very mooey, which is fine by me. You know, I love to hear the animals. The audio in this game is always top notch, and I mean, it's always cool to be able to hear just all the little noises that they make. They're also grazers, as you can see. That's a new animation as well, that from the last DLC, they can actually graze on the ground. And if you're wondering about this map, this is actually the map from the new timed scenario, the Pantanal. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is, like I said, this is the new timed scenario. I just opened it in sandbox mode so that I could build freely on it. We actually built this on stream, but yeah, in case you were wondering, this is the new timed scenario map, which looks really, really cool. I love it. Here we have the red-crowned crane, another new bird. I always love it when we get birds, because I mean, we do have a handful of birds in the game, but I feel like we could always use more, and these guys are super cool. He's swimming hard. Where is he going? Is he going to some food? He might be going to some food. I see some food in the dish over there. Might be where he's going. Oh no, he changed his mind. He's like, huh, you thought I was going to get food. Fooled you. Here's the spectacled Cayman. So we have another Cayman now. And these guys are just, even though they're tiny, they're just as intimidating. Look at them. Look at that model. And I don't know what it is. I said this on stream. I don't know what it is about the kind of reptilian animals we have. You know, the alligators and the crocodiles and the Cayman. Just something about their skin, just it's just so good. very, very realistic. I think it looks more realistic than like the hair and fur, and maybe it's just because it's easier, I don't know, easier to animate and all that stuff, but I always just think they look so good, especially when they're swimming. Of course, no DLC would be complete without an exhibit animal, and this one is one of the best ones we've got as far as just how they look, and look at that. But this is the Danube Crested Newt. These guys are the little swimmers they are, and I love their tails. I was saying this on stream, and if anybody knows, feel free to let me know in the comments, but I feel like the tails are maybe designed to fool predators because the tail kind of looks like the body, you know, so like maybe the predators don't know which one is the body, so if they happen to grab the tail, I'm sure it probably detaches like a lot of lizards and probably regrows, but that's just my guess. But I love the spine, the spikes on its spine, like, oh, it's so cool. And like it's orange legs with like the black specks and everything. And these guys are amazing, and definitely a crowd favorite here, the Asian Smallclawed Otter. I love that we got some more otters this time, the little smaller guys. But man, they're just so fun to, any of the animals that can swim underwater is just, it's so relaxing. Like I could just watch them for like hours, I feel like. It's just something about it that's super relaxing. But again, love the details on these guys. Love their like little whiskers, kind of look like little old man mustache. Love them when they do their little barrel rolls in the water too. And finally, we have the one that I think just like blew up the Planet Zoo community. That's the capybaras, and they're everything that you wanted them to be. They're always just super lazy and feel like they're always giving you the side eye, silently judging you. But these guys are a lot of fun because they have like a specific animation for the if you make these like little hot springs, kind of shallow pools of water, and they're just super fun to watch. They also have the new hot water taps that the capybaras like to use. They like to, when they come out of the water, they come under the hot water tap. But I love the animation, like the water actually splashing off of their heads. But that's how they do. They either sometimes they sit or sometimes they lay down, and they just have the they just let the water kind of pour over their heads. But as you can see, there are two variations of the hot water tap there, and that actually is part of the free update as well, because the Japanese macaques can also use the hot water taps there. Of course, there's also the 1.9 free update which comes with a ton of really cool stuff. One is the roaming educators, which you can see here. They kind of stop, they kind of gather people around, and then just like the when you would use the talking points, they get out their little microphone and they give the crowd a little bit of education about the animals. So the cool thing is, you know, they're not tied to the talking points that we got with the I believe those came with the aquatic DLC. But yeah, so there you go. That was quick little, hey, here's a little bit of education for you, and then they just kind of keep on walking, doing their thing. In the menu, there's the new audio and billboard management screen, so you can see, you know, the speakers that you have, what they're playing. You can see the billboards you have, the cameras. So right now we just have the one because we have the burrow in the platypus habitat, but you would also see like the habitat cameras and all that stuff. So a very cool thing that it showed that they added, you know, if you're playing not in sandbox, it tells you the running costs. You can kind of manage your spending there. As you guys know, we have the option to color water you can just click on the body of water. You can change the color. You can now do that with exhibits that have water in them. So you just click on the exhibit, go to customize, and then you have your color options down here. You can set the transparency, you can set the natural color, or you can select your own color. The only thing is it doesn't have like the preset options that the other water has. Speaking of customizing water, there's also new effect options for the water, which is super awesome. And you probably noticed in the Capybara habitat and maybe some of the other habitats I built, but you have a new option for bubbles and mist. So we've had these in the way of effects. So down here in construction, effects, you could do, there's like bubbles and there's mist. Well, now you can save yourself the pieces by just clicking on the water, and if you want some bubbles, put it on 0.5. You can see the bubbles there coming up from the water, and the cool thing is they're also under the water, and then they kind of float up out of the water a little bit, and then you can also add some mist. You can definitely get that nice jacuzzi look if you want. So very cool. Like I said, it saves you on having to use the mist and bubble effects. So definitely a very cool and much needed addition to the game. The free update does come with a few new plants, not a lot of stuff. We have the water tupelo trees. That's these three right here, which are really cool looking. And then we have the bald cypress trees and bald cypress knees. So these are the 3 bald cypress trees. And down here are the knees. Honestly, don't know what tree knees are. They kind of look like this. So maybe you can kind of like make your own. I'm honestly not sure what those are in real life. And then definitely one of the coolest new features is the Explore camera. If you knew about the Tigid Cam cheat, this basically replaces that. They actually removed the Tigid Cam cheat. But if you don't know, that all that was is you click on like a guest or a vendor, any staff, and rename them Tigid Cam, it would move the camera down into like the guest point of view. But now you don't even need to do that. They just built it right into the base game. So go down here, click on standard mode, or click on the little camera icon there, and you have 3 options, and you click on explore mode, and it lets you select where you want to start out. And then just like that, you're in explore mode. You're at guest level. You can change the height too. So this is kind of like adult height. You could also go up a little bit taller, or you could go down a little lower, kind of like a kid's perspective. But this is exactly what Tigid Cam was. Like I said, it was just built into the actual game. I will say it works better than Tigid Cam. Tigid Cam seemed to have issues like going over elevated paths, for instance. Sometimes it wanted to like follow the terrain instead of staying on the path. This time it definitely stays whatever the path is. It also follows the terrain, so as you can see, kind of going under the water a little bit there. Or like if we want to go up this ramp right here, it just follows it very nicely. There's no issues. The camera doesn't want to like fall down at all. So definitely very cool. Like it a lot. I did forget to mention there are some new signs for all the animals, as well as some statues. There's the stone, silver, and gold capybara statues, and also a couple little extras. We got some butterflies and some snail signs there as well, so very cool. But I feel like the signs in the last few DLCs have gotten kind of an upgrade. A lot more, I would almost say, realistic, less cartoony than they've been. And the details, like especially like the details on these guys, looking really, really good. So there you go, everybody. There's kind of my overview of the Wetlands Animal Pack DLC, as well as the free 1.9 update. Oh, is it time for another soak? Or it might be time for dinner? I think it's time for dinner. Let me know in the comments what you think of the pack. It's definitely, I would say, as far as the animal packs go, because at this point, we know that we're going to be getting like animal packs, kind of your regular standard DLC with 4 animals and a bunch of building pieces. They're kind of alternating. But as far as animal packs go, I definitely feel like this is probably the best one. And the update that comes along with it is also very, very, very good. Yeah, as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. And if you'd like to see other Planet Zoo content, make sure to click the playlist in the top right corner to my current Planet Zoo series, Meridian Springs, which is our Horizon Zero Dawn inspired zoo.